Catherine Elizabeth Baird was born in Australia in October 1895, the daughter of Salvation Army officers. She was born on the day that the hymn writer Mrs. Cecil Alexander died. At the age of 8, she moved with her parents to South Africa, where she became an officer in 1915. After service in Corps and headquarters appointments, she was transferred to the United States, where she was the editor of the Young Soldier for 11 years. In 1934, she went to London as editor of the Young Soldier at IHQ. Later, she had additional responsibilities as editor of The Warrior, and in 1953, she was appointed literary secretary. She retired in 1957. Her publications included The Sword of God and Other Poems in 1950, Evidence of the Unseen, 1956, and Reflections, 1975. She also compiled a book of Salvationist verse in 1963. The tune that you hear is Fuster, and it's common meter, very well-loved tune in Salvation Army circles. I'm amused every Sunday as I teach that there are times I want to be very creative and not use scripture necessarily, but use my own interpretation. Many reprimands later, I'm very cautious about doing that. What we have here is the author's interpretation on how things were. First three stanzas are questions, all beginning with a circumstance. The first one is when Jesus looked over Galilee. Could he see a cross reflected in the Sea of Galilee? Secondly, when sunrise dyed the lovely deeps and sparkled in his hair, did the light rays seem to say, a crown of thorns he'll wear? When in the hush of eventide cool waters touched his feet, was it a hymn of Calvary's road he heard the waves repeat? Lots of poetic style. Her conclusion says, but when the winds triumphantly swept from the open plain, the Master surely heard the song, the Lord shall live again. The associated scripture is Luke chapter 23, 32 through 34. Two other men, both criminals, were also led out with him to be executed. When they came to the place called the Skull, they crucified him there, along with the criminals, one on his right, the other on his left. Jesus said, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. And they divided up his clothes by casting lots. A note about the composer of the tune. Ernest Fuster was born in Glasgow, Scotland, and entered the Salvation Army's International Training College in London in 1924. In 1957, Ernest was sent to Newfoundland, Canada as provincial commander, a post he held until 1961. Following this, the Fusters served in Rhodesia, Zimbabwe during a difficult period as Rhodesia was declaring its independence from Great Britain. Returning to Britain, the Fusters served once again in this, their home territory. Commissioner Ernest Fuster died in 1973 while still on active service.